All right, welcome back to another video. Today we're actually going to be trying out a new camera setup. I'm toying with the idea of getting a new 360 camera and mounting it up on the windshield. So for now, I'm just using actually my iPhone camera. So I actually have two iPhones that I'm splitting this between. So there's two cameras. And then we'll see how that works. And then it should be better once I get both of the cameras set up. But I also wanted to talk about, we just sold our other Model Y. So we do only have one Model Y now, only one Tesla. So we are a one Tesla family again, as we started out. And I want to talk a little bit about the battery degradation for that Model Y that we just sold. So it did almost have 21,000 miles. So it was 20,950 miles, I believe, right when we sold it. And I wanted to check out what the actual battery degradation was for that vehicle because I never noticed it. And we started out with it with 337 miles of range on the rear-wheel drive Model Y prior to the Juniper refresh. So it was a 2025 Model Y and had that 337 miles of range. This car is a rear-wheel drive as well, but it has 357 miles of range because it's the Juniper model. So definitely a difference there. I think range is king, although if you do need the all-wheel drive, obviously you should definitely get the all-wheel drive version. Doesn't really come in much handy here in Georgia because we don't experience much of the winter weather, so traction is not usually much of a concern. However, again, if it is a concern for you, the all-wheel drive is actually really nice, but you do lose a decent amount of range on the all-wheel drive models because of the two motors that it's using instead of just one. But anyway, getting back to the battery degradation of our 2025 Model Y rear-wheel drive. So just shy of 21,000 miles. It does look like it was a 10% battery degradation. So we started off with 337 miles and we went down to around 306 miles. I'll put a little bit of the calculations up on the screen, but I did not do a battery test, which you can do by going into the service menu and selecting battery test. But what you have to do is you have to run the battery down to under 20%, and then you have to actually let it charge for about 18 hours and it'll charge up to 100% and get you the full numbers for you, and it just basically recalculates it. But the car is always recalculating the state of charge and how much degradation it is, so it's keeping track of it all the time. So really what you're doing is just trying to make it more accurate number. So I didn't feel like that was really necessary, plus I did not have the time before we sold it to actually go through that full test because it is pretty time consuming. So what I did is I just went into the service menu and put it in service mode and just looked at the battery state of charge and did the math on it. So basically I took how many miles were available at that time times the percentage that was stated on the actual state of charge and came up with a number of 305.55 repeating, I believe, to see that we basically had lost 32-ish miles of range, 32 miles of range over the course of that 21,000 miles. But so that's 10%, and that is actually pretty expected for any electric vehicle. You typically will lose that 10% or so in the first year, or 20,000 miles, 15,000 miles. That's pretty common. So within the acceptable range. But It is a decent amount of range that we lost. So, losing 30 miles, I mean, that sounds like a decent amount of range to be lost. But we took it on road trips across the country, 1,500-mile road trips, no problem. And if you have over 200 miles of range on a Tesla with this Tesla supercharging network, you really are not going to have any trouble getting to all your superchargers on a road trip. And then for most day-to-day driving, obviously you're not going to be concerned about having 300 miles of range. But even with 300 miles of range, that was the same as if we had gone with like the performance model or the all-wheel drive model. Is pretty close to the same as that. So I guess where you'd want to be concerned is if you were doing the standard range model and you had 10% range loss. But even then, on the standard range now, it's still 320 miles. So you would only lose, say, 30 miles, 32 miles on that of range after the first year. You're still going to be upper 200 miles of range. So like I said, anything over about 200 miles of range, you're going to be not having much trouble charging on a road trip. And if you're around 300 miles of range, you're pretty golden on a road trip for a Tesla because of that supercharger network. It's very robust now, and you can charge up pretty quick. So I really just wanted to give an overview of what that battery degradation looked like after around 21,000 miles of range on a Model Y. And, just give a little test to this new camera setup. Please let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this camera setup? Is this better? Do you get more view of what's going on? And yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.